Hola mi gente, and welcome back to Dang Que Rico, yet another episode here on the books. Today we are going to be cooking congri and pieces of meat, so beef tips. They are sirloin beef tips, so we're not going to do them in the pressure cook as we would regular beef tips, because since they're sirloin, they're very tender, so there's no need for a pressure cooker today. But I really can't wait to show you guys what's in store today. Super excited. Stay tuned for all the ingredients. Okay, caballeros, so here we have all the ingredients. We have our rice, which is already cleaned, that we're going to be using. We have our tostones, which is technically green plantains. I have them in water so they don't get black. We have our peppers, our garlic, our onion. We have our black pepper, our sea salt, our cooking wine. We have this olive oil that I'm going to be using. I seasoned the beef tips with adobo Goya. And then over here we're going to be putting some bay leaves, some cumin, oregano. We have this little caldo de pollo, little bouillon cube. That's also going to be going to our rice. And I know congri is technically with black beans if it's Cuban style, but we are going to be doing it with pink beans today because it's what we have in our pantry. So get ready. All right, y'all, so right here I have la cazuela de la abuela, because that is the only way to cook delicious rice and delicious soup, is in grandma's pot. Okay, so if y'all got grandma's pot, you inherited it, this is where it's at. It's like a secret. Things come out good here. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put some olive oil in our pan. Just a little bit. I don't use a lot of olive oil. I'm gonna go ahead and I have this bowl of onions, just like this bowl of peppers, and I'm going to use half because the other half is gonna be for my beef tips. So and then we are gonna put our garlic. I use this little espresso spoon. I usually do about 3 tablespoons of it. And that is basically gonna be our sofrito base. Alright, now what I do like to do is I like to come in and put some pepper. I like to season as I go. I don't really like to do a whole bunch of like seasoning, especially since I'm using adobo for the meat. Like, I don't want to use a lot of stuff. Alright, so this is used and done, and I'm going to take it out of the way because we're not going to be using it again for right now. Smells, as always, amazing. Super good. So now that we have this kind of cooking down, we are going to add to that our can of beans. We're going to add our bouillon cube. We're going to add the cumin and the oregano. And we're not going to cook it for a lot of time because this isn't like beans from scratch. It's beans in a can. So we're going to dump it, and as soon as we dump it, we're going to dump in the rice, and we're going to let that cook down on medium heat. Right now I have it on medium high. You're going to take it all the way down to medium to cook your rice, because you definitely don't want it to like burn or like heat up the water to heat up more quickly than the rice does, because then you're gonna get hard rice and that's gross. So we're gonna let that happen. I'll get back to you guys in a minute to show you guys what that looks like. All right, y'all, so this is what's happening over here. We have put in our sofrito, our beans, our bay leaves, the oregano and the cumin. I also went ahead and I put 1 teaspoon of tomato sauce, just because these are pink. Like for pink or red beans, I'll use a little bit of tomato. It just makes them a little sweeter. Also, if you have culantro and cilantro, throw that thing in. It gives it so much flavor. I just didn't have any on hand. Okay, y'all, so I put my rice in. See that it's in there. And I'm not gonna add any more salt just because I put the chicken bouillon and that has a lot of salt as it is. What I am gonna add is a little more olive oil. Okay, and then now I already changed it to medium heat and we're just gonna go ahead and let this cook down. So I'm going to cover it and I will see you guys in about 20 minutes. We're gonna recheck this rice. Alright, y'all, so while our rice is cooking, we're going to go ahead and we are gonna do our meat. So again, with the olive oil. We're gonna go ahead and toss in the rest and leftover of our sofrito, which is the onions, the peppers, and then some garlic. Sorry about the angles, you guys. Like, my kitchen is the worst to do these things for you guys. Okay, and like before, we're gonna add some salt and pepper. You guys see there? Okay, yeah, you do. Let that cook down a bit. So actually I have the timer set for the rice at 15 minutes just because I want to make sure that I do not forget. So when I check it in 15, I'll let you guys know how it's going. Alright, so now we're gonna add our beef tips. Guys, you don't have to get sirloin. I got this because it came in my butcher box, but you can do the regular meat, and what you're gonna do is the same process you're doing now, except in the pressure cooker. Once you close it, you're gonna leave it on for 25 minutes and just let it go. Oh my god! Of course, leave it to me to make a mess. As always. So I basically, I try to marinate and season everything a day before. That's just how I was taught, but it really only needs like an hour to 3 hours of marinade or seasoning time. So it just depends really if you're short on time, if you remember to do it. Alright, so I'm going to let that cook down, and once it cooks down, I'm going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of tomato paste and then a good amount of red wine, and we're going to let that cook down. So for now, we're just going to brown the meat. So I will see you soon. Okay, so here I have the tostones that I had done before. I kind of patted them dry. Now I'm going to use this pan cooking spray with which is olive oil. And I'm just going to go ahead and coat these babies. And I'm going to coat them on both sides. Takes a bit to flip them. But yeah. I'm going to coat them on both sides. And we are going to be doing our tostones in the air fryer. So this will also be a recipe for that if y'all need one. I know my mom has asked me a million times how to do them in the air fryer. So This is how we do it. All right, so my air fryer is this one. It is a Philips. It only goes up to 390, but if you do have, I think it is, I'm not sure if it's a Ninja or something, it goes up to 420. You want to do it at 420. I'm just gonna do mine at 390. So you're going to put in your little tostones. Let me take this out, it'll be easier. And if I don't drop it, it would be great. All right. So just make sure they're not overlapping each other. It's going to take a little longer to do them the second time because they are going to be obviously squashed. Now, in my case, I do not have a tostonera. Do not ask me why. I have no idea. I feel like I had one and I don't know what the hell happened to it when I moved from Miami, but I guess like it got lost in the move, or my ex took it most likely, God knows. So we're gonna be doing this. Just again, like I don't want to overlap them. I want to make sure they all get crisp. So there we go. This is 2 tostones, by the way. Just peeled and cut. Wipe off the oil on my counter here. So I'm gonna stick them over here and I'm gonna put them for 6 minutes. Alright, so these babies are coming out nicely, a little bit of charredness there. I'll toss this red wine, and then I am going to add to that a teaspoon of tomato sauce, and then let it cover it, let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, y'all, so I already stirred this and my calculation was correct. That was 15 minutes. So you're going to turn off the heat now and then just let it sit there for an extra 15, and then you will have perfect freaking congri. You guys, so this was 6 minutes. I sprayed them again with some olive oil, I flipped them, and now we're gonna put them again for another 6. All right, you guys, so here we are. So I just squished one and I took all of them out. This was 6 minutes on one side, flip them, and 6 minutes on the other. Don't forget to spray each time. Entonces mira cómo está esto. No sé lo que le pasó a mi tostonera. So here it is with a teacup. And we squish. Boom. Look at that. Perfect little tostón. Alright, you guys, so here is the congri. I just uncovered it, and basically, so it had un poquito de pegado in the bottom, which is like when the rice gets stuck to the bottom. Don't worry, because clearly when you leave it sitting for 15 minutes, that'll come off. So yes, it is beautiful and done. I'm so excited. On this side we have the beef tips, which are also done, and it just made a beautiful little sauce with the wine and the paste, so it's awesome. You guys, so here are the tostones done already in the air fryer. I put the other batch in. So I know I told you guys it was going to be 6 on one side, 6 on the other, but that's just the first time around, at least for this air fryer. Again, you have to watch it. When I put them in, it only took one little wave of 6 afterwards, and they are perfectly done. I season them with garlic salt. Ta-da! Alright, you guys, so we're done cooking all the stuff, and this is what it turned out to be. Ooh, hey, tostones galore. Trying to leave the plate there. Let me just grab that. So we have our carne guisada, we have our moro, and we have our little tostón. Let's dig in. See how this tastes. Josh already tasted it. He tasted the rice and said it was good, so. It is good. I just like food. I think it tastes awesome. And these air fried tostones, the best. Non-guilty, guilty pleasure ever. So good. So you guys, that was Congri with carne guisada and tostones. Until next time, I have a little video for you guys on something quick you can make with things you have at home during this quarantine time. So, see you then.